You're welcome back to a session with Ada. Thank you for subscribing to my channels. I deeply appreciate. Today we are going to be considering a topic, fraction. From the word fraction, fraction. What is a fraction? For those students in lower primary or basic classes, you will need this video very, very well. And I will be considering the topic under this video, the topic fraction, and under this topic, we'll be considering the meaning of fraction, and also we also consider the types of fraction. So quickly, let's go. What is a fraction? From my board, you can see any numerical from the word number, any numerical quantity that is not up to a whole, that is not up to a whole. If you have this, if something is not up to a whole, I have something like this. Let me draw something like a circle here, or I can call this orange. This is a whole orange. So anything that is not up to a whole, probably I have half of this orange. I now have this place shaded. This shaded portion is a fraction of the whole orange. So this side is a fraction. Another way I can define fraction, I can say it is the tiny or small amount of a thing. A tiny or small amount of a thing. Just a part of a thing. A proportion of a thing. So I can at the same time do this again. I can say, okay, I have another one. Let me see, I'm sharing this. So I've taken another portion out of this orange. It is a tiny or small amount of a thing. Anything that is not up to a whole, it is a fraction. So how do we identify fractions? Let's go. If you are to identify fractions, you have fractions will always have two things. You have, let me have this as 1 over 2. This is known as the numerator. It is known as the numerator, and this is known as denominator. It is the denominator. So whenever you have something of this nature as a numerator, as a denominator, it is called a fraction. And how do you work with this? We have types of fraction. We have types. We have types. What are the types? One, we have proper fractions. We have proper fractions. And let's consider examples of proper fractions. We'll wipe this. If you talk about proper fractions, what comes to your mind when you hear the word proper fractions? What exactly comes into your mind? What drops in your mind? Proper, from the word proper, if something is proper, is a grammatical word. It means it's okay, it's fine, it's proper, a proper position, a good standing. Which means if something is proper, the position, the placement is fine. So I can say, okay, you have, let's see something like this. You have look at this small boy. Look at this small boy. This boy is standing. This one is standing on a bigger boy. Can you see? This is Bolu. This is Jane. Jane. So with this illustration, I'm trying to tell you that Jane is carrying Bolu. So if Jane is carrying Bolu, Jane is bigger than Bolu. So it is a proper arrangement. So which implies that if you have a proper fraction, the bigger one should be beneath. The bigger one should be the denominator. And that gives you a proper fraction. Let me give examples of proper fractions. Examples of proper fractions. We have examples. Let's talk about examples. You have 1 upon 2. You have 3 upon 4. You have 5 upon 7. So on and so forth. These are proper fractions because our numerator is smaller to our denominator. The denominator is carrying the numerator, and that makes it a proper arrangement, a proper position. Therefore, it is a proper fraction. Good. Let's go to the second type of fraction that we have. We've considered proper fractions. Let's consider other types of fractions. What are the other types of fractions? We have we have uh, we have this other type of fraction. Oh, permit me to wipe this. So we have other type of fraction. We have this. We have improper fractions. Improper fractions. If you have improper fractions, these are improper fractions. What are the examples? E.g., okay, let me illustrate with what I did the other time. If you have now, the other time Bolu was standing or seated on Jane. Now we have the reverse of it. If you now have Jane who happens to be big, is fat, Jane is fat, is now seated on small Bolu. So can you imagine this is Jane and this is Bolu. What do you expect? A small Bolu is carrying Jane. There will be problem in the neck. So this is improper arrangement. It is improper fraction. So that means we cannot give examples of improper fractions. What are the examples? We have examples. You have 3 upon 2. I said 3 over 2. You have 4 upon, let me write 2 or I write 3. 4 upon 3. You have 7 upon 5. Can you see the examples of improper fractions? These are examples of improper fractions because the denominator is smaller than the numerator. Therefore, it is improper. So if I give examples of different types of fractions, you should be able to categorize them based on proper and improper fraction. Lastly, let's go to the last type of fraction. The type of fraction again that we have. We have what we call mixed numbers. Mixed numbers. The mixed numbers is used when you have a whole and a fraction combined together. You get it? A whole and a fraction combined together. So if you have them combined together, you're going to be having a mixture, which makes mixed numbers. Okay, it used to be called mixed fractions, but since it's not everything that there's a fraction, there's an whole, so we call it mixed numbers. So if you have, for example, you have 2 is a whole. This is a whole number, it's not a fraction, it's just 2. If you now have 1/3 written with it, so we call this is a whole, and this 1/3 is a fraction. So the two of them will combine to form what? To form mixed. Two of them come together to form mixed number. To combine to form mixed number. Am I good to go? So let's take more examples of mixed numbers. You can see a whole number. This is a whole number. This is a fraction. So this, I call this a whole. I call this a fraction. Then combining both of them together, you have two whole number, 1/3. And that gives us mixed number. So let's have more examples. Okay. Have this. What are the examples? Have examples. Are the examples? You have one whole number 1/2. You have two whole number 1/3. You have 17 whole number 2/5, and so on and so forth. Thank you for joining me on this session. I believe you have subscribed to my channel. We in the next video will consider operations or conversion of fraction from one form to the other. Should in case or for any reason you want to reach me, you can reach me on this number. Nigerian number 081. Okay, let me write it. You have plus 234 8164869470. Thank you. I'll see you on the next video.